Welcome, traveler. What creature would elicit terror in the most fearsome warriors of Scandinavian lore? No, Vikings were not the long-haired barbaric he-men that modern pop culture has long been feeding us. At least, not all of them were. But they were indeed brave Scandinavian seafaring warriors, notorious for their raiding and pirating habits. This was probably the factor that ignited the notion that Vikings, being the epitome of masculinity. Yet despite their daring personas, historians and scholars alike believe that there is a certain type of creature that still awakens an overwhelming fear in the Nordic pirates of the Middle Ages. The Draugr. An undead man, a ghost, a revenant. The lore says that it is all of that, rising from their graves to terrorize the living and threaten the sanity of people from the northern parts of Europe.
Forged by the deadliest wars.
The lore of the Draugr comes straight out of the ancient Icelandic Sagas. The name originally means a ghost or a spirit, but as it spread across other Scandinavian literature and folklore, its form and definition likewise broadened. The reason why we now acquire the terms draug, draugar, dreygur, draugar, and draugen, all of which are used to refer to the undead monster of Norse origins. The roaming draugr has a motivation that ranges from jealousy, greed, and from time to time bloodthirst that drives them to rise from the grave. Draugr will wander around inflicting harm on anyone and anything they cross paths with. They could kill humans just by looking at them and cursing them with bad luck. And they could also shapeshift into any form they please, sometimes transforming into a gargantuan terror to easily crush anyone that tries to stand in their way. Several stories have even compared Draugr with living wizards and witches due to their numerous other powers, including bringing disease upon villages, controlling the weather, creating temporary darkness during the day, entering the dreams of the living, seeing into the future, driving people insane, and escaping from their graves as a wisp of smoke. All of this makes the roaming undead all the more terrifying, with the worst part being Draugr rarely kill their victims right away. These reanimated corpses find delight in suffering. To them, the more trauma and pain, the better. Unfortunately, humans aren't the only ones at risk of the murderous ways of the Draugr. These Norse monsters are also known for devastating livestock and other animals by chasing them to death or sitting on top of them until they're just at the brink of suffocation, only to do it again and again. So how are the Draugr created? Well, some people are cursed to become an undead. In a lot of cases, Draugr are walking remnants of people who died after a life full of greed or spitefulness. If viewed in this light, they may be quite similar to Oni of Japanese lore. Yet Oni are typically depicted as bright-colored demons, while Draugr are mostly pitch black, pale white, or death blue. It is said that a key sign that a deceased person will turn into a Draugr is when their corpse is suddenly found standing upright or in a sitting position. In order to prevent that, scholars note that someone has to break the corpse's posture. But be careful though. Those who would try to do that can unknowingly be doomed by the draugur's evil eye. Medieval era Scandinavians believed that even after the passing of an individual, their body could still move. More so, harm other people. That is likely the reason why there are pieces of archaeological evidence found of damaged weapons buried along with human remains. Other believers of the lore also place large boulders above graves, at times even directly atop the corpses to immobilize them. Of course, these only account for 2 of the ways people could prevent a draugr from attacking, though it is said that the best way to completely finish off a draugr is to cut off the head, burn the body, and dump the remaining ashes in the middle of the sea. So draugr are what Vikings feared most. But we want to hear what you know about the draugr. Where have you seen them? Where are they in modern media? Let us know below. Thank you for taking this journey into darkness with us. My name is Sid Myers, and this is Lore Thrill. Sleep tight.